part, I don't know, like The Office on Beat, and part, like war. There are lots of other shows in addition to that one ready for your holiday listening while you're cooking or shopping online or whatever. Anyway, thisamericanlife.org/25 years. And with that, we have arrived at Act 3 of our show. Act 3, the rest of his life. So, some of us here at the radio show read this essay back in June that really got to us, that Mitchell S. Jackson wrote about a 25-year-old. The essay is about Ahmaud Arbery. He was 25 when he was pursued by 3 white men in Georgia and shot to death while out for a run. The essay was published in Runner's World magazine, and as you'll hear, it leans into the running parts of things just a little bit, but it's also so much more than that. Mitchell talked to Ahmaud's close friends, his family members, to create a portrait of Ahmaud Arbery. It was really we asked Mitchell to adapt a version of his essay for our program today. Here he is.
Ahmaud Arbery, by all accounts, loved to run, but he wasn't, by his own account, a runner. There's no evidence of Ahmaud training for 10Ks or full or half marathons or obsessing over his miles or PR times, but he loved it. Ahmaud would run in a white t-shirt and khaki shorts. He'd run shirtless in basketball shorts. He'd run in a tank top and hoop shoes. As the day went home from when King was home from college, he and Ahmaud would cruise to one end of the longest spanning bridge in all of Georgia. They'd do some warm-up stretching and jog back and forth across it, a distance of just under 3 miles. The pair would keep a steady pace, but sometimes, King says, Ahmaud would push him. On February 23rd of this year, Ahmaud went out for a run. The location of this run was a subdivision in Glenn County called Satilla Shores. It's a neighborhood of waterfront properties, of upper and middle class families, of retired folk and fresh transplants. No one can know for sure the route he took before reaching Satilla Shores, but he set out for his home. So that means there's a good chance that on his run, he passed homes flying a Confederate flag with a "Don't Tread on Me" Jackson flag, and hella homes warning, no trespassing. On February 23rd, when Ahmaud went jogging, he was dressed in light-colored low-top Nikes, a white t-shirt, and khaki cargo shorts. Ahmaud, who was 25 years old, jogged alone. Ahmaud's family home in Brunswick, the one where he lived at the time he was killed, is a mere 2 miles from Satilla Shores. But in meaningful ways, it's almost another country. Matter of fact, the poverty rate of what young black residents call the WIC is a staggering 38%. The WIC is where Ahmaud Marquez Arbery was born on May 8, 1994. He was the 3rd beloved child of Wanda Cooper Jones and Marcus Arbery Sr. Their working class family included his older brother Marcus Buck Jr. and sister Jasmine. The family called Ahmaud Kez, the shortened version of his middle name, while his friends called him Ahmaud. Ahmaud had a slight gap in his front teeth and dark skin forever burnished by hours outside. When Ahmaud was in middle school, the family moved to a small white house on Quaker Ridge Drive, where Ahmaud continued to share a room with his brother. Per his big bro Buck, Ahmaud was the slob. In high school, Ahmaud landed a gig at the local McDonald's. He did it to keep some scratch in his pocket, but also to help his mother, who often worked 2 jobs. Some days, Ahmaud's homeboy King would swoop him from work and wheel them to the Golden Isles YMCA. They would hoop or work out for 6 or 7 hours straight before bopping over to the Glen Place Mall for the fries and wing combo at American Deli and heading right back for buku hours more of playing and training. Back then, Ahmaud favored slim jeans, bright-colored polos and rugbies, and kept his hair shorn low with the crispiest of edge-ups. Ahmaud played football from the Pee Wee League through high school and ended up an undersized varsity linebacker. But he was also a team captain who led his Brunswick High School Pirates in pre-game chants. Though never cocked diesel strong, Ahmaud owned a super heart and fearlessness on the field, and often astonished his coaches with big hits. In his senior year, made the storied Florida-Georgia War of the Border All-Star Game. Not to mention, this was South Georgia football, so Maude competed in a league that produced pros and played before some of the biggest high school football crowds in the country. Before he was an all-star though, Maude tore his ACL and meniscus in a JV game. While a less dedicated player might have given up, he committed to a laborious rehab. His junior year, he wore a leg brace, a hindrance that diminished his chance of playing in college. Like Maude, I was a passionate high school athlete. My sport was hoop. Like Maude, no major college program offered me a scholarship.